Diane von Furstenberg, one of the few people cool enough to be known by their three initials, DVF. You're receiving the Crystal Award here in Davos alongside Riken Yamamoto, the architect, David Beckham, not too shabby. I heard you say you think it's hilarious that this is happening on Donald Trump's inauguration day. Why is that funny to you?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm not quite sure why I get this award, but it's very prestigious and I'm happy. So I've been working on my speech all night and making it worse and worse. And but it is really funny that we are going to be on stage at the exact same time of the swearing. And so today's a, big day for everybody.
Well, you are getting the award because of your lifelong commitment to women's rights and gender equality. It's 2025. Why do you think we still have to have that conversation?
You know, the world is changing so much. Everything is changing. And my three words for the year, because I'm born on New Year's Eve, I always pick three words that I wish for me and for everyone. And now my three words are strength, kindness, and agility. I think that we need strength for sure. I think that we need to practice kindness because it only brings good energy. And I think we need agility because we don't know all the things that are going to happen. And we just have to be agile at all times.
So here at the forum last year, the participants were made up of just 28% women. Across the board, industry leaders, heads of state, something like 15% of heads of state in the world are female. How do we change that equation?
Well, I think that we just have to push on. I think that everybody has to leave their anger away, and not fight and just stand for our own, do the best, shine, and without aggressivity on one side and on the other side. In a lot of ways, women are regressing, but at the same time, when you meet the very young generation, the Gen Z, they are really not regressing.
In what way?
Well, they are, they're doing things, they're inventing things, and they're hopeful. They're in their 20s, So, yeah, the situation today is very worrisome, is very scary because so much is moving and so much that we can't control. And sometimes it's good not to control. So I think it's also good to try to focus on a daily basis on ourselves, each one of us, and on our own power, because you cannot underestimate the power we have on ourselves first, and then when we have it on ourselves and we feel in charge, we can practice the power of kindness.
And you obviously have a long history of helping women along and working on behalf of women. I've been hearing from people here that the Trump presidency may issue in a new era of anti-DEI, of not caring as much about diversity, particularly in big corporations. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about that?
There's definitely a very masculine wave that's coming upon us. And, and part of it is also because women became very aggressive, so I think we all have to calm down. And I believe that women always have the solution. And I think we may have to use a little seduction again.
Really? What does that mean exactly?
Well, it means that, fight for ideas, but present the ideas in a way that is a little bit more with it as opposed to against it. And sometimes make people believe that your idea is their idea. It doesn't matter as long as it goes.
Okay.
That's seduction.
So, obviously, you are incredibly well known, if not best known, for an iconic wrap dress 50 years ago introduced. Do you believe that fashion can be a political statement?
Well, fashion is not a political statement. Fashion is a reflection of the zeitgeist, right? So fashion somehow reflects what's going on. It's not the other way around. And fashion is not just clothes. Fashion is what we eat, how we live, how we speak. I think we have too many political statements. I think everybody needs to calm down and focus on what is good and focus on issues that make sense. And if you're dealing with aggressivity, find a way to make that aggressivity work for you.
I went down a rabbit hole of reading a bunch of quotes from Diane von Furstenberg. Harper's Bazaar in 2021 published this list of 50 quotes. There were so many great little nuggets, but you said, "I never knew what I wanted to do, but I knew the kind of woman I wanted to be." What kind of woman was that?
I wanted to be a woman in charge. And I became a woman in charge, and I became a woman in charge because of a little dress. And because it was a dress, I could share it. I mean, it's a dress that brought confidence. It brought confidence to me because I was successful, but also to women who would wear it. So immediately there was this amazing relationship between me and the women, and it was very contagious on all sides. And I was learning as I was sharing. So more than anything, you know, I became a conduit for a certain freedom.
Now, for 50 years, women all over the world have had you as an inspiration, but who inspired you?
Who inspired me? I don't know. I mean, my favorite people in the world is Leonardo da Vinci. And as a woman, it was Marlene Dietrich. Do you still know who Marlene Dietrich is?
Of course, yeah.
You know, because she was glamorous, because she was brave, because she wasn't afraid to speak. It's my role model was more of a fantasy, and it was more than the way she looks, the way she felt. It's a feeling, you know. To be in charge is first a feeling. And then I realized and I learned that to be in charge is not aggressive. What it is a commitment to yourself. It's owning who you are. You own your imperfection, and you turn them into assets. You own your vulnerability, you turn it into strength. So, and then, you know, and you have to do that on a daily basis, you know, because when things are very good, then you have to make sure you're not delusional. When things are low, you know, when you get fired or you lost a job or whatever, you have to think, okay, one door closes, the other will open. And the relationship you have with yourself is the most important thing. And that, I mean, that is your freedom. You know, if you're true to yourself, you are free even in jail. If you're not true to yourself, you're not free anywhere.
I know you've said in the past, it was frustrating that after your name, the next line would be, "Who created the wrap dress?" If you could choose what the last line would be after your name, what would it be?
Oh, I mean, I became the woman I wanted to be, and I hope I helped other women to be the woman they want to be. I mean, if I have to choose a legacy, is to have been able to pass on the baton for women to be the women they want to be. Yeah.
Diane von Furstenberg, thanks so much. Congratulations again on the award.
Thank you.